Metalworks. We are here in Denmark with Kjeld in his workshop. So we tried out first day. We're doing some welding, just getting some tacks on test pieces and coupons just to see. As you can see, we got the welder. It's a very small European style welder. But European equipment is so different than the American. So right now he's just tacking some pieces together, and we'll start him off there, getting him to tack without any rod. Then we're going to use the small MIG weld wire just to get some slightly small tacks in position.
I don't see the line at all.
So I had the machine set really low for him so he wasn't blowing holes. So what we're going to do is turn up the amperage. It's all just part of finding out where he is with his welding and all the different aspects. So what we'll do is maybe give him more amperage. As I say, European machine, it reads completely different than the American ones. I'm working it out though. It's kind of fun, a lot of traveling coming over here. It's well worth being here. First time in Denmark. So he has a really nice workshop with lots of machinery, stretcher shrinkers, foot ones. We've got the bending brake, and then we've got the shear. We have the pull max over in the corner. So presses with all kinds of array of tools and European MIG welder. And of course we have Kjeld's English wheel. So the English wheel he reinforced to give it strength. And then we have a special guy over here, which is the electrical power hammer, a vintage mechanical cam hammer. And so this is, I can't even pronounce the name, but the name is that. Very interesting being in Europe, especially in Denmark, where they speak Danish, and yet they speak English as well. So the vehicle we're working on is the Pantera over there with the box on the trunk lid, and we're going to be working on some hoods from sort of for fenders to hood. So we've got sections that we're making up. We're going to be doing a copy of one of these panels, hopefully, which is the top section to the Pantera. It's a 1971 model. These were pressed, and Kjeld wants to make them, see if we can make a panel like this using the pull max and English wheel. So this is what I'm over here to do, is to work out what we can get made and all the different techniques that we're going to use to make it. So as you can see, this is the fender that we'll be working on, either this one or the other, but this is what he wants to duplicate. How did you do, Kjeld?
This is the back side, the last one.
Oh yeah, that's very nice. And it's fairly flat on top.
Yes.
Yep, beautiful. A little bit of concave on the weld because you weren't using any rod. So the penetration is good. The welding is very good. So now's the time to decide whether or not you want to up your power.
I just want to try a little bit more with this one.
Yes. Would you like to try with a little rod?
I take your hat because I couldn't see anything with my own.
That's why I use mine. It has a cheetah lens in it, and it's a little magnifier, so it does help. Yeah, I'm getting older. My eyesight's not what it used to be. So this is the little welder, and of course it's a 240 or 380 voltage, so European. we are. We're making progress. We're doing some more coupons. Kjeld bought himself a new helmet, and so we are going to do some welding on coupons again to try a new technique of the TIG welding. So it's Kjeld speaks good English, and I just have to speak English slowly so that he can understand a little better, but we're making good conversations, and this is how I talk when I'm in Denmark. But we're having a great time, so we're just doing a little video. This is the little welder. It's for TIG welding and stick welding. Very nice shop, very nice. It's service gear in Denmark, and he has the Pullmax over in the corner. So we're going to make panels for the Pantera, 1971 Pantera. So this is going to work out well for our hood jam to the on the fender. Be able to make the channel for the rain, and we have the brake and the press, the shrinker stretchers. So we have all the equipment to do the fenders. And so this is the fender sections he wants me to make with him. Is this top piece is one that you can purchase, and he wants to be able to make this. So this is the area where we're going to be doing the Pullmax, and then the shaping. We'll probably do this area in the bead roll, just on the bottom over through here, and then we're going to be making the side panels that go to that top piece. So he's wanting to make these sections up too, with the flares. So this is what we're going to be doing. In the class, I'm over here for 2 weeks, and this is the project at hand. We'll see how far we get in the 2 weeks to make these up, but having fun. So here we have Peter. Peter's come in from the south end of Denmark Island, and he drove up 3 hours, and he's coming in to do part of the class. So he's making the one side of the fender, and Kjeld is making the other. And so the sections we're making right now is this lower section right in here, and then it has a detailed contour that we forgot to get in. So we decided to put our weld right up about here on the top, and we're going to make this panel as one piece, coming up and through and across and over. And then we'll make up this section in through here, because this line, the contour, trying to get that in on such a radius. So we're making a good class, and now Kjeld is just shaping that lower section in the foot shrinker, just to get it to come around. We made a profile gauge, slightly sharper on one end of the gauge than the other, so it's a contoured one. And we're just fitting up and shrinking the panel to make it conform. Then we're going to tip the other edge and be able to get that sharp line in the middle section of the fender. This is the lower edge that needed the flange. Coming together nicely, very close. And as I say, Peter, he's making the other side. So we're making a left and a right fender. We have the two fenders. One is a little nicer than the other on different sections. So we're taking the best of each fender to be able to make up a nice pair of fenders for left and right on the datum, so on the Pantera. So we're having a fun class. Then we're going to be getting into the headlamp section, doing this probably on the Pullmax, and then wheeling all the shape through to flip the edge down It won't need the headlamps apparently. We're going to do it without the headlamp return. But this is what Kjeld would like to have. So now you can see the panel that he is making and how that sits onto the fender. So he's made his lower edge, tip the flange, get the shaping in nice, coming along nicely. And so now we just have to put the detail line in. So we're going to mark that and bead roll that in, shrink it up, make it the right shape, coming together nicely. Peter is now doing his profile, getting his shrunk up, marry up to the radius profile gauge, little shrinking. So this is an edge where it gets spot welded to the lower pan of the front of the car. So the way the originals were made, so we're making them exactly the same. So we're doing restoration, putting the welds in the same position as the original. Yes, so we're getting it to fit nicely, coming along. So we're at the beginning stages, having fun. Yes, so Kjeld is wheeling shape into his panel, and Peter will be up next. And so he's just observing, seeing how the shape is going in. And more shape goes in. Obviously we're doing the flat top wheels, so we get a little too much arch in the panel, so we're going to have to bend and set the panel. We have the radius profile gauges that are made up for us to be able to get the right contour and the right shape. But we're having fun. Kjeld is doing a good job. He's really learning a lot. Starting to get a nice sound to the metal as it's running through the wheel, nice and even. I think Kjeld might be getting to a point where you might need to do a little bit more pressure, get a little bit more shape in the panel, but we'll have a look first after he's finished wheeling this through. Panel's a lot wider at one end and really pointed at the other.